Alright guys, what is up? Today I'm going to be starting on the frame notch for the Audi. I'm going to do a little bit of video. Things you're going to need is all the tools that you took you just need to take the wheel off. I'm not sure if we're going to need to take the whole strut out yet. Probably be easier if you take the whole strut back out. Other than that, you're going to need a 2.5 inch hole saw and then a 2 1/4 inch steel pipe, so that way you can rest it right in that hole. So we got to remove the strut the same way we did before. Of course, the pain in the butt is this thing right here. You got to get a spreader in there. Just go buy the spreader tool, and then you got to figure out exactly where the axle comes up. Looks like it's about right here, and I'm gonna have to cut this plastic piece out, and then we're gonna take the hole saw with a corded drill and go at it. It's a double enforced piece of steel. Looks like it's wrapped, so it might be a pain. And I've heard that there can, in some cars, they run lines through them, so you gotta be careful. So I went to the store and got a nice carbide drill bit here, and it's going a lot smoother. The first bit I had yesterday, it was a multi-use, like wood and metal bit, and it was just chipping the teeth like crazy and smashing my knuckles. I broke a bunch of the pilot bits just because it wasn't really meant for this. So I got this metal bit that's made for really hard surfaces, and it's just really slow, but it's better than smashing my knuckles constantly. So I'm gonna put some ear protection on because this is really loud. This is a really old heavy-duty drill. It works just fine. It's just super duper loud. So I'm gonna keep at it. You could run a sharper bit if you really wanted. The thing is, once it grabs different textures, it just smashes your knuckles against all this stuff. If I was in a really nice shop, you know, you could drop the whole wheel assembly and drop the axle and everything. You'd have a little more room to work with. But most people don't have that equipment. So, and most people do just fine. Update. So this is about 5 or 6 minutes of drilling. So I finally pierced through both layers. So you can see there's the outside layer right here and the inside layer right here. It's going pretty smooth now. The only problem with this heavy duty bit that I got is you can see how thick the lines are that it cuts. It's a pretty, let's find it here. It's a pretty stout bit. You can see how thick the edges are. Come on, camera. So it's pretty, it's got a little bit of a thick edge to it. Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, it's a pretty heavy duty edge. It's working, it's chugging along though. You can see where I cut the plastic was pretty much perfect. I got enough room still so I didn't have to break the snap off. Alright, so I took my, I was about halfway through the middle, so I took my handy dandy grinding wheel here, and I cut right through the middle of that. You can kind of see where it is, just so I can actually get through. I was about almost to the back side of the hole saw, so it was going to stop actually working forward now. So I have our basic hole on the front side. You can see what the inside looks like, see how thin and thick that metal is right there. So we're gonna keep drilling. Just keep drilling. All right, so finally got all the way through, drilled all the way through. We have a nice channel drilled there, a little more than half a circle. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put my strut back in and then air the car out just to make sure the tunnel is drilled in the right spot. So I put the strut back in, jacked it up. It looks perfectly centered up to me. You can see this is as far up as it'll go. It's not going to hit the top of this, which is what you want. Now we got to weld that pipe in there. It looks pretty much dead center, which is cool. Looks good. All right. Now we can take the strut back out again. All right, guys. So, sorry, it's been a little bit of a delay. So here we are. I did the weld a couple days later. I did the weld. I'm gonna hit it with some primer real quick. You can see, it doesn't have to be the world's prettiest weld. This one's like a little bit boogery on top, but no one's ever gonna see it. We're gonna cover it in primer, and then I'll paint it in a couple days, and we'll be all set. I'm gonna hit it with some paint. We should be good.